Hey friends, so I'm excited to share with you guys a little bit of info about New Health. So this is kind of a health sharing alternative it's an alternative to healthcare. We've been doing different, also bear with me, my toddler, my 18-month-old is running around, so we're just gonna see if we can get this done while he's playing. But it is an alternative to healthcare with the crazy inflation in all of the pricing for healthcare, and then things aren't even covered even when you have insurance. I think we're looking for options. And so just to give you a little backstory about our family, we were with another health sharing. It was Christian Health Network. It was also called like MediShare. We were with them for like 3 years prior. This was the first year. This whole past year was the one that we switched to New Health. And so I could do a whole video kind of comparing and contrasting, but I will say the biggest reason why we switched was that it did not cover like basically any preventative care. That was not part of, you could not get that covered until you hit your kind of annual household portion, which is kind of your deductible. And so that just was not, what we wanted. We wanted something that covered more preventative care because our family is always looking for ways to stay healthy, not to worry about things once we are sick. So if you're looking for more preventative care, that's what I'm excited to talk to you about, because that's what I love most about New Health is I feel like it really prioritizes families and individuals who are looking for things that are covered preventatively. So how it works is that in most of these like health sharing networks, you usually have some kind of like a deductible. Different places call it different things, like your annual household portion, it calls it like these different names. But with New Health specifically, you actually get to do all of the preventative care right up front. You don't have to hit a deductible. You don't have to do anything. They can just use all of these preventative care services. And I'm going to tell you about what our family used and how it benefited us this past year. And you can get it reimbursed right away, like within a week. So I'm loving that. Like that has saved us so much money. And it's basically free. Like you just get it reimbursed to you for all these different preventative care things that you get to do to keep your family healthy and thriving. I also wanted to kind of preface this with, you can choose your kind of monthly payment and your, again, like I would call it, your deductible, like what amount you would feel comfortable with if something bad were to happen. I think of New Health more as like catastrophic care. Like if something big happened, you would not be without health insurance. You would have something that kind of like a safety net that like would catch you if something really bad happened. Anything else that kind of happens underneath of that really isn't typically covered. It's really for those big accidents. So you get to determine what that amount is for your family. So we did like $5,000. So if anything over $5,000 happens, New Health would kick in and then they would cover it. So we would be responsible for the $5,000. They would be responsible for everything over that is related to that incident. So again, you can choose that amount. Maybe you feel comfortable with like $10,000, and then you could maybe have a lower monthly payment. So, and it just depends on you and your family. And so I would definitely recommend that you can reach out to them and they will walk you through what it would look like for your family, answer your questions, go through your certain family situations that you have going on. So there's lots of different ways, and I felt like they were amazing to talk to on the phone when I had questions. So I would recommend definitely reaching out to them. I do want to preface like the rest of this video with, it would mean the world to me and to our family if you would use me as a referral. We actually get a kickback, so it'd be helping my family, and then of course I will share any of the updated bonuses they have going on, like in the comments, so you can see when's the best time to sign up. But right now, since it is open enrollment for everybody for the year for health insurance too, right now I think is one of their most amazing sales. I did not get one this good when I joined last year, but right now you get 50% off your monthly payments for 3 months. So 50% off of your monthly payments, plus you get a $500 Amazon gift card. Like, I can't even imagine how much money of savings that is for families, but that alone would be another good reason to think about joining and how much money you would save in the course of a year. So big savings right now. But I will also, in the comments of this video, I will also write out the different promos that are going on at that time, and I'll kind of try to update it over the next couple of months as they change them. But definitely reach out to me. I'm happy to answer you any like personal questions that I've experienced with New Health as well. So Also, so what do they cover for kind of preventatively? So let's kind of go over some of those. They're your general wellness. So adult wellness exam, which is just like your normal PCP going to your doctor visit, you get that reimbursed to you. So you can go to your PCP, pick any one you want. That's what I love about New Health too, is you can pick any one you want. How amazing is that? Is that you can pick any provider you want. There's no networks that you have to deal with. You just get things reimbursed to you. There's no in-network, there's no out-network. You don't have to worry about all of that. You just know that if you probably want to call ahead of time to make sure, like, how much does your annual wellness visit cost? If it's less than $250, go for it, because then you go to the visit, you pay for the $250, and then you get the $250 reimbursed to you. You literally just have to send in like different things. Different wellness things require different things, but I just sent in a receipt saying it was my wellness visit, and they sent me a check within a week. And then also for you, you can do a direct deposit. I just haven't set mine up yet. So you could easily do that too. And I've heard that it's within 48 hours it gets direct deposited once they get like your receipt of the payment of whatever you did. So anyways, adult wellness exam, well woman visit. So kind of think of your like yearly pap smear, things like that. Child well visit. So they have different ones based on different ages of the kid. So like 0 to 12 months, they have 6 visits a year. 13 to 24 months, they have 3 visits. 25 months to 36 months, 2 visits. And then 36 months to 18 years old is a 1 visit a year. And so that again is the same amount. You can call them and make sure that it's less than that amount for your regular provider, and you just go in and saying you're self-pay. So you just act like you're a self-pay patient. They send you the bill, you pay it, and then you send it to New Health, they reimburse you. It's that easy. And again, not having to deal with networks and stuff, and going to the providers that you actually want to go to, especially if you're more of a holistic mama like me and you just want to go to a certain provider, but you can't because of all these networking fees. This is again a great option. So that was one thing. So I love that they have like well visits, because we really weren't doing any with the kids, because again, it was like $250 for each kid. That's $500 a year that I'm spending just to make sure that they're healthy. Like, and I know my kid's healthy, but I do like to have that kind of someone to have other eyes on my kids. And if there's anything coming up, I want someone to be like, hey, keep an eye on XYZ. Next, they do lab work. So you, first of all, you get an $80 kind of credit that you can use towards any general lab work throughout the year. So that's just $80 that you can use towards any kind of lab work. Now, on top of that, and this is amazing, they partnered with something called Evixia Diagnostics. So how it works is you can actually log in to the portal and order the labs that you want. So whatever you want to get ordered, create your lab document and pay for it through Evixia. You save like 90%. You guys, like when I was seeing the differences of like looking at like LabCorp to get my labs done, because I'm working with a functional medicine doctor, I was looking at the pricing for that and I was dumbfounded. I mean, I'm not kidding when I'm telling you that I saved thousands of dollars on lab work this year just by ordering it through Evixia. So I would go onto the portal, log into it, and type in all the lab work that my provider wanted me to get, and then I pay for it right there, and then I just take that receipt and then I take it, or that lab order, with me to LabCorp and get it done, and then the results are sent to me or your provider, whichever one you want to do. But that's it, guys. Like, it's literally so easy to do that, and you save so much money. So if you want to do private different labs, like that's a great way to do that as well. Okay, so that's lab work. The next thing is you get a self-care credit. So this is and all of these things are things that you get to do right off the rip. You don't have to hit a deductible. You don't have to do anything. These are just things that are resources for you. And this isn't even all of it. Self-care credit. So it's a $200 credit, and sometimes this changes, but right now it's $200 self-care credit. So anything that you want to use it for, examples are chiropractic care, acupuncture, therapy, massage, gym membership, supplements. And one of the ladies I talked to on the phone said that her family always uses it towards Blueberry Pediatrics, just so they have like a provider that they can call that, and then they send them a bunch of stuff. I did not look into it, but if you're familiar with that, that could be an option for your family too. But things like that, we ended up using ours for chiropractic care because that's what we use a lot. So we just sent in our receipt from the chiropractor, and they sent us a check for $200. pretty awesome. Next thing that they do is they also have, if you are under like a direct care provider, like a primary care doctor, and you pay like a monthly membership, you can actually get a 10% discount on your monthly payments through New Health. So that's another one that you could do. They also offer 24/7 free telehealth as well. So again, the same kind of thing. You get to pick your own provider. I think it's $75 is the reimbursement. So again, check with your provider to make sure that yours isn't more than that. But as long as it's $75 or less, they will send you $75 check or whatever the amount was for the visit. But that's telehealth visits. And then this is probably, out of all of the things that we did, sorry, make sure he's okay. The biggest thing that we got the discount on was this. Is called Full Scripts. If you're not familiar with it, it is an amazing platform where a lot of providers and clean supplements are sold, and you can buy them through Full Script because buying on Amazon is shady. Very shady. And that's not to say that like you can't find some diamonds in the rough there, but there's all this stuff about getting fake supplements and stuff right now, guys. So I would really recommend using Full Script anyways, but for supplements. So our family uses a lot of different supplements, things even like vitamin D, vitamin C, just vitamins, like just supplements that we're using for ourselves, for our kids. They have everything. All of the places that I've partnered with before, or my functional doctors, they can all give me like a 10% discount, but New Health offers a 35% discount. 35%, you guys, on monthly, every single month when I'm ordering from, it's honestly even more than once a month because I've run out of them at different times, but you're getting a 35% discount on supplements. So again, I would say we've saved thousands of dollars on supplements from using their Full Script discount. They also offer things, so those are the big things. I would say those are the big things that have really impacted our family this year and have been very, very beneficial. I would highly recommend to anyone who's looking for more of a preventative care, things that are covered kind of right up front, and then also still having some form of like a safety net. Heaven forbid that something bad does happen. Anything over the X amount that you choose. So we did 5,000. We still have a safety net that would kick in and help covered anything else that was related to that. So like if I fell or I got in a car accident and I had all these things, bills from the hospital, anything related to that hospital, whether it was physical therapy, it was surgery, it was anything, it would all be covered because it's all related to that one incident, would be then covered there on out. So we pay roughly, I think like $350, $375 a month for me and the two kids. And we did the $5,000 deductible because that's just what we kind of felt comfortable with. But again, you get to choose what that looks like for your family. So anywho, those are my biggest things I would say. Again, I just want to reiterate, if you do end up enrolling with New Health or calling them, please let me know because I can just quickly send an email saying that you enrolled and then I get a little kickback for it. But then also, you can also write my name in the referral box as you're enrolling. One of the membership team told me that today. So you could even just write my name in, and it would mean the world to my family. And if you have any questions, just reach out. I would be happy to share with you our experience, things that you might be hesitant about. I'd be happy to share mine with you. And I can also give you the email of the contact that I work with sometimes at New Health too. So if you want to talk to a person directly of one specific person, I can always do that for you too. So I hope this is so helpful for you and your family. I pray that you find the answers that you're looking for in the realm of health insurance because, man, it's wild out there.